Today's coverage brought to you by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live opening round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Take you down to hole number 11. Frank, nothing spectacular to this point in the first round. What does the player need to do just to kind of generate some momentum?
I actually think they're playing it right, Rich. It's just, you compared to the top of the leaderboard, you start to think, well, maybe they're struggling. But there's ebbs and flows in this game. At the moment, it's just sort of almost like a holding pattern. But it's time to change that.
Well, those are good numbers right there. 3-2-0, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Good lie in the fairway. A good chance to make something happen here. Frankie's cranking it and banking it. Giant drives, a boatload of birdies. What a round.
Yeah, these are the days you just dream for. We know golf's not that easy. But on a day like today, savor it and just keep going. Keep doing it.
Certainly had enough power, just didn't have any touch. Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in.
こんばんはバックスラッシュ2個。大ブラボー N 字。
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point.
That might go unnoticed, Rich, but that birdie just sneak inside
こんばん
the
は
top
0アン
15.
ダーバー0。
Frank P. Dye always gets a player thinking what might be going through a player's mind right here.
You're going to play it as a layup. That's a given. It's just what distance you want. And for every distance you're going to hit it off the tee, Pete Dye gives you a different challenge. If you lay it all the way back, obviously you've got the widest fairway. Then you've got the longer second shot. Get a little closer, it starts to shrink up, shrink up, shrink up. So it's how much do you want to bite off?
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed for the green. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
He's putting for birdie now. Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Now at the par 3 13th, and Frank, in some ways, this is vintage Pete Dye, isn't it?
It is. His use of wooden bulkheads, plus the fact that he gives you that diminishing line. The further you go back into this green, you realize it's a larger carry. It just sort of reeks of something that's hit to the front mid-right of this green.
Appears to be a smart shot, Frank.
Yeah, no problem here. That's going to fly all the way.
That is a really good shot landing close to the flagstick.
Second shot.
come on. Don't do that.
Cruel lip out.
So they'll tap in. No damage done. Made the par. Frank, what's the best way to make three here at this 389-yard par 4 14th?
I'm not sure, really. I know there's two definitive options, hitting it down the left or carrying over the bunker. And I think that's another example of Pete Dye. There's one of those holes you never really know if you've made the right play until you finish the hole.
Good contact, good result.
Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
TPC Stadium, of course, has played host to the Skins Game, PGA Club Professional Championship, the Liberty Mutual Legends of Golf on the Champions Tour. I always enjoyed that. And along with the Jack Nicklaus Tournament course right next door, the finals of the PGA Tour qualifying school for a number of years. Midway through this back nine, could use this birdie here at the 14th.
大ブラボー絵
Standing
文
over
字
this putt, concentrating on the read. Well, there's an opportunity wasted.
Just knock it in for a par and let's forget about this one. Golf is not about perfect, but it is going to hurt the course.
Knocks that putt in for par to stay at 3 under.
惜し
Par 4 15th measuring in
Hey,
at
under bar,
468 yards. Well, this one has a chance to be really good. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Frank, the 15th is called turning home. Time now to turn on the jets, and a good chance.
Yeah, after a good drive, once again, height's going to be rewarded here with the second shot. See the way that green is protected by the bunkers. So if you can come in here really high, get that to land soft, there's a lot of flags on this green that you can go at.
Nice shot 絵文字
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet.
In a very aggressive mode with that birdie now in second place.
Wow.
That's the end of round one, and we saw a lot of good golf out there today, Frank.
And it was a bonus to anyone that got off to a good start today.
Nice.
Coverage coming your way is presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. It's second round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Frank, this is our first par 3 of the day, the fourth, about 192 yards.
And it's called sandpit. So if you're not on the green, chances are you're getting that lob wedge or sand wedge out. Green is 36 yards deep. Got a nice little sort of hump and hollow roll to it. Mini roller coaster.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
With that birdie, moves one shot closer to the lead. Well, here we are at the fifth hole, a 535-yard par 5 for the long-hitting professionals. Frank, certainly not a long test. What is the challenge here on this hole?
It's another example of great design by Pete Dye. He'll give you the trouble on the left on the tee shot, and then he moves the trouble to the right on the second shot. It's going to get you one way or the other.
Wow, he moved that a long ways right in the fairway. And now the second shot here at this par 5. And this is looking really good. And it makes the green in regulation. Just a couple of feet. And so with that eagle, a nice move in the third place.
Completely changed the complexion of this event.
What a hole this is. 255 yards, par 3, water everywhere you look. This is a real test.
It's called Amen, and whatever religion that you subscribe to, you better say a prayer before this one.
Saすがです。
Terrific golf shot. And now, that for an easy birdie. Par yesterday. Now for birdie. Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie.
にっこり。
Frank, if you want to play this game at the highest level, and no doubt our players do, you have to sort of be tactical. Will you break down shots or break down a hole? How would you break down this hole in a very smart way?
Yeah, I know what you're getting at there. A lot of people would think 350 yards, you could bash a driver down there, you'd finish up in trouble. Well, the way to be aggressive on a strategic hole is to just put the first one in play in a position where you can attack with the second. And there's no shame in that. You can still walk off here more days than often than not with a 3. Oh, this is heading in the wrong direction.
Uh-oh. Oh, look out, Frank. Where's this one headed?
This is definitely rough, Rich, off the tee.
Second shot coming out of the rough here.
「水切りショット繰り返し」
Well, he gave us a demonstration today why he's one of the best in the sport. Every green hit in regulation. Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Thundering up the leaderboard, 10 under par for the tournament. What a birdie. Well, Frank, here at the par 5-8, 559 yards. Looks as though the player's getting a break from the water, but there is some trouble out there.
Yeah, there certainly is bunkering both on the left and the right. Once again, though, par 5s are always an opportunity for the longer hitter. Even if you stray a little off line, then it just becomes a three-shotter like it is for everybody else.
Well, that's the way you draw it up here at the 8th. You want to get it out there. He's done that, and he's kept it in the fairway. Now the approach shot here on this par 5-8. Tugged that one a little bit offline to the left, and he'll pay a bit of a price because that rough is fairly thick. You have to think he'll be happy with that, given that it looked like it was headed right for the rough.
Yeah, it looked like that was the only place it was going to finish, but, well, it's a little bit unexplainable. Let's see what he does from here now. Lucky break.
Racking him and stacking him. That's 12 under par now for the tournament. Frank, the 9th hole, a par 4 measuring 452 yards. This is no picnic.
This is the toughest tee shot on the front side. The easy way to bail out down the left side, it might appear that way off the tee, but then it becomes a zigzag hole where it's very easy to clock up something like a 6. The bunker down that right side, just 300 yards to get past that, but it's almost like it gives you an option there. If you do want to challenge that right side, the bunker just might save you from going in the water. But there's no question. The best drive is down the right, but it's the most dangerous one.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Had a birdie here yesterday in there close. Great opportunity for another one. Trying to make yet another birdie.
Okay.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall.
Well, Rich, 2 rounds in the books, and it's easy to see why the leaders are on top of that leaderboard.
Excellent performance, but still a long ways to go in this tournament. Frank, the par 4 9th at 452 yards is all you want.
You could make 5 here every day just by poking it down the left side, but who wants to do that? Force your hand, try and go down the right side. You might make the odd 3, make a few more 4s, but miss it on the right, and that's where you start to make a big number.
This is EA Sports. PGA Tour coverage coming up next. Today it's live third round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Boy, this is a long par 5, the 11th at PGA West, 617 yards.
片山さん風に読んでくれたら良いのにね。あはは。
There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
Nice position, short grass, second shot. Well, that one didn't work out. It didn't look bad in the air. It hit the green, but didn't sit.
Yeah, it was never going to stop.
Frank, a little chip shot here from the fringe. Now, a lot of options. I've seen some players hit 6-iron. Others will shut down like a sand wedge.
Yeah, there's two schools of thought. Some people just try and perfect like one club. But really, the best chippers chip with a variety of clubs.
Safely aboard. Now this for birdie, came away with par in the previous round. And he has it for birdie.
惜しいし。
Frank, now another clever, small par 4, only 363 yards here at the 12th.
A couple of different options here, Rich. You can lay it up just short of where that nose of the bunker starts to poke out on the right side of the fairway. Then you're going to be left with something in the sort of 140, 150 yard mark to the flag. Or if you want to get a little sort of greedy, you start to sneak it up there where it gets narrow. It's shorter, but it requires a better shot.
He has given this one the full treatment. Perfect release through the ball, and this shot is on the fairway, over 300 yards. Should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business. Just drip that in.
Well, it's 4 1/4 inches. Use it all.
And now we're at the par 3 13th hole, 214 yards. Frank, what do you make of this par 3 13th at 214 yards?
It's another example of Pete Dye using those sort of very harsh wooden bulkheads that give you that such a definitive line around the edge of the green. Plus, it's his ability to turn a straight hole into a very angular or crooked-looking hole.
うまいわ、エリカ風。
This one doesn't look good.
There's water over there.
Just averted danger right there. So close.
Why does he have all the luck?
Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Good putt. Well, Frank, kind of a make-or-break hole here at the 14th, par 4, 389 yards.
Yeah, for the Cavalier player, you can sort of go at this this green in a more direct line. 290 yards will take all this bunker down the right out of play. Just leave you a flick in here. I say that's not a bad play, really. If you don't do that, then you just got to thread it down the left.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. And that wraps up the third round. Just one more to go before we crown our champion.
Yeah, I'm not saying I'm looking at my crystal ball, Rich, but that champion that we see tomorrow might be the one just sitting at the leaderboard on top of it right now.
Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Today it's live final round coverage of the Career Builder Challenge. Solid par 4 here. The 15th is 468 yards.
I tell you, there's long and long, and that with a little bit of breeze behind, it's long.
He rode the wind there to payday. He's going to have a good look coming up. This is a good-looking shot. I mean, really on top of his game right now. That was a splendid approach shot. Frank going for 2 in a row now. You'll love them, the birdies, and that's another one. Now the par 5 16th. Dog leg, and it's at 600 yards, so a little bit of an advantage to the big bomber, Frank.
Yeah, they can almost take a big chunk out of this hole by going down the left side. If you can take that bunker out of play, and that's a big hit to get past that, then all of a sudden, shortest point between two places is a straight line. You've really reduced this hole into something closer to 570 yards.
Beautiful rhythmic swing right there, and right down Peachtree. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
big swing right there, and a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an even coming up. This one just requires a little bit of focus. And takes care of business there.
Solid strike.
Here we go now, the final par 5 of the day, Frank.
Yeah, decision on how much you bite off here. If you play the ball to the right, then it's going to play its full 600 yards. But if you can take it in a direct line at that green, you're going to chew off a little bit of yardage. But you have to be able to carry that bunker.
And through the years, a lot of excitement here at this par 5 16th.
アンダーバー。
That's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Birdie here yesterday. This putt again for birdie.
Well read.
Well, here we are at 18. It's a par 4, only 439 yards. But again, we've said it all day long. Water to deal with.
It's a great driving hole here, Rich. You don't necessarily have to hit driver. There's 3 groups of bunkers that are really in play off the tee shot. It's the one in the middle. It's around 290 yards. That's the one you really have to focus on. For stronger players, there's nothing wrong with hitting 3 wood off the tee there. You're still only going to have a shot of 150, 160 yards. Whichever way you look at it, it's something that you think you can find the fairway with. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Regarded as a very accurate player, that shot says it all. Well, Frank, this is why professionals play the game, isn't it?
Yeah, not only to win the Career Builder, but to win on PJ West on its first time back on the rotation.
Mark a birdie on the card. What a great tournament finish. This one is in the books, and look who finished on top of the leaderboard.
Rich, this has to go down as a classic. Our champion was simply on fire. And I'm looking forward now to see how next week pans out.
お疲れ様ですイコール